Hey, Oregon Fishing, how you doing, man? Wasn't feeling so hot today, so I missed your videos. Hopefully you had a good time, though. $12, 13 pounder, nice. Steelhead, cool. That's awesome, man. Steelhead are magical. Anytime you can get one. Happy for you, that's awesome. What'd you get it on? Well, see when you filmed it so I can check it out later. Ten trips. Dang. Yeah, they are. That's why they're magical, though. If it didn't take effort, it wouldn't matter, right? Yeah, look at all that. We can see it on the camera. Look at all the underfur stuck in there. Did I clean this out? Thought I cleaned it enough. Apparently not. That fuzzy chunker. That's some beautiful whitetail, but obviously harvested in the winter. It's got a lot under fur. So this is what we're tying today. It's called a Goofer Bug. It's kind of similar to a tom thumb. Beauty. Yeah, that worked out well. It's awesome here. Dropper loops, I have for some salmon stuff, but basically running more than one hook in BC is illegal here, so it's more just for classical stuff before those laws came into effect. The only real reason I do something like that now would be articulation or running a shank on the front and then hook in the back on like an articulated fly for steelhead or whatever. Let's see if I can get this to behave. The odd thing about these flies, I do so much effort to try and get them just so. And they work so much better once they get all ratty and beat up. But you know, you do what you can to make them pretty. It's really too bad. I mean, I don't really see the point, especially if you're running like a dropper like you're saying and it's not back. Maybe if they put like a regulation where the dropper is only back for say 6 inches or less, because it's not like you're gonna snag a fish or hook more than one or anything that would really cause any problems if it was short enough. I think that's more their concern than anything. Oh, come on, behave. Because, yeah, when I was younger, especially steelhead and salmon fishing, we would quite commonly run a dropper in the back. On our eggs and what have you, streamer patterns. And I never really felt it was unfair or unnecessary. I love working with really good quality deer here. It's so much fun. Messy as all get out, but it's fun. Once you get tied off and where you want it. It's an old pattern, so you actually cut that off straight with the hook eye. Just gives you basically a slight surface to kind of pop off of. So yeah, like you're saying, top water. You'd have to get this thing pretty beat up for it to sink. And just commit to it and cut. And the only other important parts of this one is when you're doing the back wrap, you want to wrap at least 1 or 2 thread wraps underneath just to stop it body from spinning or moving around after it gets beat up for a bit. But that'd be it. Goofer Bug. You can use all sorts for the body. This is what am I using today? Oh, muskrat. That's just the package. I'm actually using my own muskrat blend in this one, but same stuff. The other one's just more gray. And I'm just gonna put a small dop of head cement on there. Don't really have deer hair flies come apart on me, but fish can hit topwater stuff pretty hard, so nice insurance. There you go, Goofer Bug. Very, very similar to a Tom Thumb, except you would do 2. I'll have to tie some of those another night. You fold it back over top. Normally on your whitetail, especially if you're getting the late season whitetail, and it's more of a flank side, or it's just lighter stuff. There's one of my other ones out here. No, not right now. You'll get these smaller ones. Let me get on the camera there. You get these smaller ones that are about half the size of the others, like underfur. When you're cutting your bunch off, you can strip those out and save them for this top bit. Not necessary, but you can go make your material go a little farther that way. There's two there. Oh, pretty dang even. Happy with that. Of course, you can tie these in olive yellow. They actually work really good, and I had a lot of luck with them in a hot orange and hot pink for kokanee. I mean, you pop anything bright colored along the water, and you're gonna upset something to biting into it. Oh, Spirit's live. Hey man, good to see you dropping in. Yeah, I really like watching Spirit Fly's lives. They're so chill. That's what I'm there for. I'm not there for drama and junk. Just want to chill out and watch some good fly time. And he does a lot of really good streamer stuff. Need to get back into some streamers. Tie a lot more smaller stuff than he does. But we have world-class salmon and steelhead runs up here, so I need to whip out my streamer stuff. You can either do a thin dubbing noodle and just double it over. In this case, I'm just doing one thicker one. Don't matter too terribly much because you're going to be covering it with top cap anyway. Benefit to thinner doubled up body dubbing is less likely to spin on you. One trick I ran into making up this dubbing, I just have a couple muskrat pelts. If you ever run into them, they have these animal brushes called the Furminator. Don't have them handy here, I'd show you guys. Basically, it's kind of like a comb with a razor blade built into the back of it. and you can just brush your pelts with that, and it leaves all the guard hairs behind and just pulls the underfur out. Makes it so easy. Like I don't know how many hours I spent trying to pick out guard hairs and stuff. And that was just a complete game changer. I haven't seen anyone else use one, so. They work great on your animals too. Use them on my cats. Which also makes good dubbing. But this is muskrat, not cat. Just gonna try and tighten that dubbing on the butt in there just a hair more this time. It was sliding around on me a little bit. I think ideally I'm using a UTC 70 gray brown. Ideally, I think what's that other common thread I have? Techstream standard worked pretty good for me on these. It's not as slippy, and just a what brand am I thinking of now? One Davey McPhail uses all the time. Uni. I don't know why that was so hard for me to figure out. Uni thread. Just a regular uni thread in a light brown. Or even a white color with Sharpie. It grips the hair a little better. This UTC's a lot more slick, and it's not necessarily the best to be using with deer. But you can make it work. There's our clump. I'm just going to restack it. Oh, you won one of the fly giveaways? Cool. Yeah, I didn't jump into that just because our shipping in Canada has just been all messed up. And it just started kind of back up this week, so no postal service for like a month. Oh, my vise? This is a Barracuda Kingfisher. It's a very, very pricey vise that I managed to find used for way less than it was worth. I think they start about $980. It's a tank. Absolute tank. There's no way I'm going to wear it out. Possibly break a set of jaws on it, but no way I'm wearing that vise out. And as nice a vise as it is, I would never recommend anyone spend that kind of money on a vise. That's crazy. But thankfully Facebook Marketplace had one for sale. I only paid $48 for it. This is where a regular nylon thread would do you better, because it definitely wants to spin. If you put enough pressure on it to stop it from spinning, it'll cut the deer hair. It's very fine. Fine line. By fine doings, you get about 7 or 8 wraps. Working our way back towards the front here. And we'll lock it in. There we go. One wrap underneath the tail, 2 wraps over, lock it in. Go for one more. Beauty, that'll work. And a few broken strands in this one, looks like. Not sure, I'm sure you guys can see them right on the top there. Not sure if they'll be long enough to lay down, tie them in. If not, I'll just pluck them out after. And again, I like to throw a half hitch in here, just stops everything from spinning. Yeah, that's cool that you won something on Spirited's giveaway. I missed out on Turner's giveaway and a few other ones too. Renzettis are awesome. You got it for Christmas. Awesome, man. Oh, you got the purple one too. Yeah, honestly, if I was buying one new, that's probably what I would have went with. If I was shelling out for a brand new vise. They're just workhorses. I mean, I've seen so many people using them for years. And you can get parts to replace anything that gets damaged on them. The downside of using a nylon, like a uni, is they're not going to be nearly as strong. Actually, I got to trap most of those. Thought they might have been just a hair short, but looks like we made her. Only one of them. Beauty. Just pluck you out. Just getting a few stray muskrat guard hairs there. And again, once you get about 7 strong wraps on there, it shouldn't go anywhere. half and half, give or take, so you can still see the belly. Some people will brush the belly out, making it a little buggy looking, but it's not necessary. What's the guy's name now that has that purple Renzetti Vice? Flyfish Food, is it? Pretty sure it is. I don't think I've heard of that fly organ. I'll have to look that up. Is it a midge? What is that? I'm assuming it's more modern. I haven't heard of it. I do spend a good amount of time with classics. Just gonna restack the top wing. These are going a lot faster than I thought they were. Just got 3 done right. Look at that. Lots of fuzz on it. I thought I cleaned that one out well enough. Guess not. Won't make any difference at all fishing wise. I'm just gonna restack that again here. It's a dry fly from Flyfish Food. It's pretty cool. Tied on a merger hook with a foam body and a little hot spot. Oh, I'll have to check that out. Yeah, they do a lot of modern patterns, which is cool. Nothing wrong with a hot spot on a fly either, I have to admit. I do like doing that. It's also good, like you're saying, you're into the Euro nymphs and all that. And I always found whenever I tied those, I'd do hot spots, and then you can tell which ones are weighted and what size bead you have and everything just by the color of your hot spot. You can organize your box a lot better that way. Beauty. Can't stop the fuzz from coming. Man, this must have been a warm deer in the winter, that's for sure. Because it has the fuzz. Yeah, 2 light wraps and then just pull down. Once it starts standing up, that's probably as much pressure as you're going to need. Now you can work forward. Beauty. That'll do it. I almost broke out my Euro nymph stuff tonight just because of what you were saying. I was like, yeah, I really should do that. Most of my Euro nymph bead stuff is all in the my storage shed, so I gotta get out there and wade through the snow to go get it. I was tempted to, just didn't do it. Like I said, I wasn't feeling all that hot today. Those little short ones are being annoying on me, but I think I'm going to leave them because they look about right. Oh, come on now. Really? You don't need a big head on these, you're basically just building up a little thread dam behind it to help it have a little something to push against. It doesn't have to be anything crazy substantial. I've seen people tie these too with a different colored thread on the top and back, actually both. So you could use even like a bright red thread or a hot orange. Speaking of hot spots, like you were saying. You could definitely do that with this one. I just felt like going for same kind of matchy match tonight. This light brown gray UTC is pretty close to this whitetail deer color. I suppose you could even fish them all punk rocker like that if you wanted to. Oh, heading to bed. No worries, man. This will be my last one tonight. I've like said, wasn't feeling all that hot today, so I'm only gonna do 3. Yeah, once I break out my beads and some of my Euronym stuff in there, feel free to drop some tips my way, because like I said, it's not something I've spent a lot of time tying. And you just pull it forward, commit to your cut, just a hair ahead of the eye. One motion. Straightening up 1 or 2 here that are wanting to be rebels. Come on. Beauty. Alright. Let's roll a head cement on that one. You can put a drop of head cement in the middle there too. I might do that on this one. Not required at all. You can totally skip the head cement. Because the deer hair is nice and soft, and it will definitely take a beating before your thread does. Especially with there you go. That's a Goofer Bug. Yeah, it was created probably more than 50 years ago around the Mackenzie River area. We have some more local common ones that are very similar to this, like Tom Thumbs and Humpies, of course. I guess this would kind of be a variety of Humpy. It's always a challenge keeping your desk clean. Yeah, I'm happy with him. There he is hanging out with his friends. Yeah, I got them all pretty even. Tail's maybe a hair longer on that one. Cute little things. Yeah, well, there you go. 50-minute drive from Mackenzie. That's right from your neck of the woods. Yeah, I don't have an exact date for it. Couple books I have show it's 40 years old, but the books themselves are probably 20 years old. So that's it for me tonight. You guys have a good night. Thanks kindly for hanging out. Speaking of cleaning desks, let's get that done. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. Have a good night.